What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Tom with an H, and today I want to talk about something that happened 2 years ago that completely changed my life. And I thought I'd share some things that I went through. So yeah, 2 years ago to this date, I was in a hospital. I was broken. I woke up from something I had no idea what happened. Surrounded by my friends and family that love me so much and support me every day. I know, right? I'm in a weird atmosphere. I'm outside. I'm on a balcony, chilling with my shades. It's a great day today. And yeah, I'm just chilling.
I think it's hard how we always wait another day. How we watch things that kids walk away.
But yes, the day that my life changed. So for people who don't know me, I was a bit of a reckless driver a couple years ago. Basically everyone, when they get their their first license or whatever, and they start driving and they get a little carried away and they think they're like invincible. And definitely that was my headspace. That's definitely where I was at when I started driving. I didn't have a lot of opportunities to go places. I didn't have a lot of privileges to, use vehicles that weren't mine. And yeah, I think that's why I was reckless, to be honest with you. Just honestly not feeling trusted enough, and just being young and just in general, my head was all over the place. I didn't really just take a minute and take things in. So yeah, the day that it happened, I was hanging out with my friends. I was hanging out with my friend Pat, my little brother, and I was actually at my Nana's that day because she has an awesome swimming pool. And I did her gardens and stuff like that. I did mulch. I like doing gardens sometimes. They're a lot of fun. They're a nice little project. So I had a friend that I was picking up later that night, and that's all I remember, just doing the gardens and then waking up in the hospital in the next 35 hours. And to this day, it still blows my mind that I went through something like that and I have no idea what happened. That is just mind-boggling to me. The fact that I went through something so crazy and I don't even remember a single thing. So when I picked my friend up, I was coming off a back road that I've never really been on at all, not familiar with at all. And how this road works out is it comes up to a hill, and then there's a highway, and then the hill goes down, right? So realistically, you don't really see the road, because if you're coming up from a hill, right, you'd see the road. But that wasn't this case. And maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I didn't see the stop sign. I don't know. Maybe I was distracted with a bird or something. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, from what I was told, I went through the stop sign and did a huge right into the next lane, hit a wheel drilling truck, and when we made contact, the car just bounced back and spun right back to the right lane. And yeah, apparently there was blood, there was screaming, there was people freaking out, and I don't recall it at all. I must have been so much in shock that I don't recall a thing. So yeah, waking up in the hospital was kind of a mind F, because waking up, like I said, with friends and family, it was just whoa, what happened? I shook. I really shook. I shook. I realized that my right ankle was in a cast. My whole leg up to my knee was in a cast, and my left arm was in a cast, to the elbow to my hand. So high on morphine. Everything was just a blur. I would say stupid stuff, I just wasn't me. Morphine is hell of a drug, okay? I remember being in pain, all the time, and just, asking the nurse for more morphine was just wild, because, I'm not a drug person myself, but it definitely helped get me through that hospital nights. With and I'm a sensitive sleeper, so I'll wake up to a pin drop sometimes, and yeah, it was not fun at all. I was only there I was in Sunnybrook for 3 weeks, and then for the week I was in Peterborough, so it was kind of nice to be back home at my home hospital after they kind of declared that I was okay to do my own thing. That was kind of nice, because damn, I just want to be in my own bed, my own space, just get away from, mental patients basically. And yeah, no, it was an experience. So basically, when I was in the hospital, I found out that I broke my one bone, my far out bone here, and it like snapped out. A chunk of bone went flying basically, and like it went like missing like that. So like I'm still missing a thing. It's all in their hardware now. I got a bit of a nasty scar right there, if you can tell, and then I got scars on my ankle because they had to get in there for that. And yeah, 5 screws going up because my ankle was literally like flopping. Like it was like I was definitely in shock. Not like a theory, it's a fact, because there's no way in hell I could have been conscious for something like that. Like I would have been definitely screaming beyond belief. But when I was in that hospital, I had a lot of time to think and reflect about my life and just sit there and just be like, damn, like I messed up here. Like I was definitely worried. At the time I had no idea I was even with her, my friend. And yeah, like I literally woke up and literally said to myself, I was like, oh, thank God I was by myself. But then I realized that I wasn't. I was with someone. She suffered the same ankle fracture I did, but on her left, and she broke her femur, I believe. So yeah, she was just totally effed for walking. Being in a wheelchair regardless too was just, oh my God, I'll never go back to that. I was just so mad all the time. I was so stressed out, like I couldn't do anything, and I just feel bad for anybody who's like stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of their life, because literally that's what goes through my head every time I see someone in a wheelchair. I feel so bad for them, because like I couldn't do it. I couldn't. But at the end of the day, like I'm really glad that no one got killed. I didn't die. The car that I was driving was a 2008 Chevy Cobalt, and that thing was just a ball of metal basically. Like it was smashed up. There was blood all over everything basically. And it's crazy, like I went back a month and a half later after I recovered to see the car at the rec yard, and it just reeked of blood, like because of all the blood. And like I was missing things. I was missing my sandals. I was missing a bunch of other stuff in the glove box. And yeah, it was just crazy, like seeing that and not remembering a thing. But I'll tell you one thing for free, that I did learn my lesson of driving. You're not immortal, and anyone who's watching this, like it just takes a couple seconds to be over that line and you're screwed. Just the line is the difference between life and death. Isn't that wild? That's crazy. So yes, please pay attention to the road. Don't text and drive. Don't be distracted at all. Pay attention, because it's a lot more death than just driving a vehicle and being on the road. It's a lot more than that, beyond words. And the one thing too is when I was in the hospital is I didn't have my phone. Like my phone was so gone. And that was more like eye-opening to me than anything too. Not because of my phone, but like when I woke up, I was wondering where my phone was. And obviously, the hospital isn't going to give you your phone when you wake up. They're not going to hang on to that. But I was looking for my phone when I was in the hospital bed, because you're in the hospital and you're bored and you don't know what else to do. By the time I got my phone, it still had battery, and it was like a week after, and it was at 1%. And when I looked at everything that was on my phone, it was crazy. I had like 50 missed calls. I had voicemails from my family wondering, oh, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, just wondering where I was happened, because little did I know, my mom came home that night and had no idea where I was, heard that there was an accident. She had a mother's instinct, gut feeling, and she just had a feeling it was me, which is wild. But yeah, getting my phone back, I had like so many I had like 200 messages on Facebook, like people just giving me blessings and praying for me and everything like that, just asking me if I'm okay, if I ever need anything, and I was really grateful that I had that many people, reach out and tell them how they feel and be there for me. Crazy month being hospitalized. I never really stayed in a hospital before either, so that was like the first thing. That was the first time I ever stayed in the hospital for that long. Been a day. I don't even think I stayed in the hospital for a day, but hell, it was. I actually lost a lot of weight too because I was eating better. Like, they were just feeding me the minimum. Like, I lost a lot of weight, but then I relapsed and kind of gained it back. But for anyone who's watching this, I'm really glad that you were there for me, and I'm really happy that, you know, it wasn't a worser scenario. But to this day, you know, everything happens for a reason. So as much as I still don't know that reason, you know, who knows? You know, I'm still alive for a reason. My friend's still alive for a reason. So that's all that matters, is that we still get to live another day and, you know, fulfill our lives of whatever we're gonna do in our future. You know what sucks too? Like, I'm still in pain from that accident. Like, if I'm on my ankle too long, like, it just kills. You know, apparently my bone's still not healing in my arm, so I'm pretty sure they gotta go back into my arm, which is very unfortunate. But, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do, because there's like still like a big gap of bone that's like not there, and the only thing that's holding it together is that rod. Yeah, it's crazy how it like still hurts to this day. Like, still hurts. Like, my ankle, it's just so annoying. Like, I can't, like, I can run and stuff like that, but I can't, like, you know, be on it too long. That's the thing. I can't, because it just aches. Like, I remember when I was working at a sales associate job earlier in the year, and you know, just doing like 5-hour shifts and walking back from like a 10-minute walk was just so much for my ankle, and it was just like pounding, you know, I could hear it. But you know, it sucks because I miss my ankle being my ankle, you know. It's like I gotta relearn how to use it again, and it's been 2 years, which is wild. YouTube family, this is all for this video. I thought I'd share this, and, you know, thought I'd, you know, show that you guys have to be careful on the road, because the road is a dangerous place. As awesome and convenient as it is, you know, just pay attention or you'll end up like me or worse, and you don't want that. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, because I appreciate your support throughout and all, okay, hit that subscribe button. You know, I'll be trying to make videos as much as I can. Been kind of in a stress rut in the last month. I made my recent video. That video was awesome. That video was a banger. But yeah, I'm gonna try making more videos. It was just, I just had a rough move in the last month, and it was just a headache and a half. So beyond belief. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
I think it's odd how we always wait another day.